Oh shit. You know what it is, and you know what the fuck it does up in here, man. Check this shit out, man. We're looking at some motherfucking Pakistani truck front axle destroyed, right? I'm gonna tell you about these motherfuckers right here, dog. About these motherfuckers, dog. I figured some shit out with this motherfucker. You know, um, I didn't know you can do all this shit, man. Look at it. Look at this shit, man. You can like draw on this motherfucker. Look at that shit. Ooh wee. You be like, woo. Look at this shit. Hell yeah, dog. I like that. I like that. Hell, you know that motherfucker you watching. You know what it is? You motherfucking watching Detroit motherfucking fire up in a motherfucking house. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how we keep it real. I just close that out like that. And we go back to the video. Yeah, like check this shit out, man. I'm gonna tell you about these motherfuckers. Look at these motherfuckers. This shit all fucked up. This shit all fucked up, man. Look at this truck. Looks like a straight truck. You know what I'm saying? Look at these motherfuckers. They the mechanics. They're gonna fix this shit. Might be one of them. Might be the driver. I don't know. I was watching this shit. I noticed this shit, man. I mean, this shit's crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you why this shit's like that. See that right there? See that shit right there, dog? Those are snapped off lug nuts. Now, it might be because from this catastrophic motherfucking failure right here. Here's the spring. Right up in there, you got busted springs. Okay? And I'll tell you why this happens. Look at that shit right there, dog. Look. There's the motherfucking axle. Front axle. Got tie rod. Springs over here. Okay? Axle split in motherfucking half, dog. Look at that shit. Just split. Like that. You know what I'm talking about, dog? How the fuck you gonna have that? This is what these motherfuckers do. They're fucking notorious. Up in Pakistan. Fucking India. Overloading trucks. This is an overloaded truck. To snap this front axle. You know, it's probably, I think, to be honest with you, I'm not really precisely sure. But to me, I think, personally, I think this is cast iron. This is a cast iron axle. You know, they're saying it like, look at this fucking shit, man. There, that's what I was talking about right there. You see that shit? Control delete. Look at that right there. That's a snapped fucking leaf spring. Okay. And here's the pin to hang all that shit up in there. But these are overloaded leaf springs. They add more leaves to the spring to carry more weight, but they can't do that because it don't make sense because the axle can't handle that weight. That's why the axle split. Busted. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's just bent up. It's pent up a certain way where it's fanning out. That's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about right there. Split front axle, overloaded truck. Sound like a bunch of mouses working on that motherfucker. Normally, they're tools that they work with are bent. Looks like this doesn't look good at all right here. Let me talk to you right here. This part right here is part of the steering. It drops down here. There's probably up in this area up in here is probably the steering box that turns this. I mean, well, pushes that forward and back, and this is able to turn the wheel. So that looks bent to me. That's not good. They got to replace all that shit. You know what I'm talking about, man? Golly, that's how we do it, dog. Just like that. That's safe. That's be all right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Go back a little bit. Go back. Go back. Right about right there. About right there. I'm gonna show you right now. Let me talk to you. Axle broke. Busted. This is the tie rod that connects the two front wheels so you can steer it. It's bent. See that? There's a bend to it. That's because this collapsed, and this is not capable of holding that, so it bent. They bent it. So this is just a huge mechanical, well, I would say catastrophic fucking structure failure here. That's exactly what this is. But the motherfucker lucky, dog, it broke right there. And these motherfuckers go on roads that, well, they go places that really are not meant for trucks. And they go on roads that can't handle the amount of weight. Cliffs and shit. He lucky, man, that shit is split right there. You know what I'm talking about, man? Oh, there we go. There we go. That looks like that's gonna be their jack stands. About damn time. I was kind of worried about that. You know, where's the jack stand at? I like this. I do like this also. The banana shaped tools. This means that they've. I mean, it's a strong tool. I mean, the handle's not worth the fuck. But up in here in the mechanism, that's a strong tool. They bent that motherfucker. They didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They put a cheetah bar on that motherfucker, and like whap, whap. You know what I'm saying, dog? God dang it, you see that shit got that flip flop up in there. Yeah, these are the U-boats that hold this contraption together. There's also some boat, probably a long boat that runs through here, but I'm sure this is not legal. This is not right. They added to that. Because they think that the truck will hold more weight. I mean that hose right here, that's gonna be pretty much for the brakes. It's air brakes. You know, they're trying to take all that. They're trying to expose this axle. They'll take everything off of it. That shit. I like their fucking little horns, man. You heard their little horns, like. Man, that shit tight as hell, dog. Tight. Man, that shit collapsed on you, smashed up, man. It smashed like a little bug. That's exactly what I was talking about right there. The U-bolts right here, they're bent. Because that axle collapsed. And it bent all that shit to hell. Yeah, that shit all bent. That shit all bent up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, out of the years I have driven trucks, I have never seen springs like this, leaf spring, on a fucking front axle. That is crazy. And they think, like I told you before, they think adding more springs will increase the weight capacity. But where's our foundation? It's up under here. This is our spindle. That's where the wheels turn. You know, it's a spindle. But this is not going to hold any more weight just because you got springs. That's the tie rod they're taking off. It's bent all the shit. That right there, that ain't gonna hold nothing. That hold no fucking weight. So as soon as that axle goes, that's gonna bend all that shit. I mean, look at it and snap it. I'm surprised. Yeah, a couple of bent U-bolts. That's exactly what it is. Oh, there's the axle. Yeah, there it is right there, split. My God, that is crazy. Now let me talk to you. Let me talk to you now. Normal, I think on these straight trucks, you know, that's what it looks like to me. A double axle on the rear. You got a truck with double axle. Okay, and you got one steer. Okay, and you got a big box. You know, this is where the most of the weight is. But they fuck with it and they try to increase the weight or they put more weight inside of it. And so this axle, the steer axle, cannot handle that. They I don't know. Let's play around. Normally, a steer axle is going to hold like 12,000 pounds. You know, to split this axle, you got to be going at least 25,000, maybe 25,000 pounds. I don't really know. Maybe 20,000. You know, something like that. You know, because these back here can probably, you know, they can hold probably another. Because since it's a straight truck, you could probably put like 30,000. You know, something like that back there. You know, I'm starting to guess maybe 26,000 pounds, but it's distributed over this here. You know, so you overload the truck, you snap the fucking steer axles. You know, and that's about it for it. But I'm not really precisely sure about straight trucks. You know, this is pretty much what this is. I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Look, they're trying to get that axle. I mean, you could tell how many it takes them to get this up there. It's not light. So I like their little fucking cart to haul this away. Look at this little piece of steel right here to hold this shit up. These little wheels. Hope he had a light lunch. The driver, hope he had a light lunch. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's taking out the pins for the springs. Yeah, right there's your spring hanger. Right here's your spring hanger. You got a pin. You got the fucking leaf spring assembly here. Another over here is probably another pin, of course, but they got to take them out because all this shit's probably busted, especially up in here, busted. I'm surprised he didn't break off the spring hanger and stuff. So we're like NFL here, National Football League. Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I can see that right there. All that right up in there. It's fucking split. Ooh, they're trying to get the leaf spring and the axle in there. Ooh. Yeah, there it is. That's the bushing for the spring that goes in there with the spring hanger, and the pin comes through there, and it split that whole bushing. That's all split. That's out. No more. Well, I do it over here. NFL. I like this shit right here, though. He got him a little face covering right there. He'd have little bugs that would hit him in the face. He's in there smiling and shit. Whoa! I like that right there. He don't rub it. Oh shit! Right there, right there. He doing the blessing of this here, and it's going to be enlightened next time around that you put your finger on it. Cater sir of the NFL. But when you got the pressure pushing down through here, when you got it pushing up also the same way up through this way, but then you got the wheels over here. What I'm saying, and pushing down, and it's going to go around, and yeah. Okay. All I got to say is, I was sitting here watching this, as a spindle, right? There's your bearing right there. I hope to God they change those fucking bearings after all this shit, all this dirt and everything everywhere. This is crazy. But those are the pin right there to hold that spindle on that axle. Yeah, taking that pin out of there. He got to zoom back in. He got to zoom back in with the split. You know what I'm saying? You got to see that split, man. I'm saying, hell yeah, that's. I'm surprised the motherfucker didn't just, keep on driving with it and then shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I would have kept driving that bitch. Fuck it. Trying to see what the fuck are they doing. It looks like they're gonna cut it in half. They're gonna cut it in half. Yeah, they're definitely cutting it in half. So they're pretty much gonna like cut it in half and then re-weld it back together. That was it right there. He smashed his toes and then he hit that bitch again and told her what's up. Watch, what? Watch. He smashed his toes right there. Like, bitch. Fucking smashed my motherfucking toes. I like their little safety device right there. There ain't. I mean, there really isn't much left to it. I mean, this motherfucker hold this bitch up like a sign and shit. Look, you see that shit? Look. There you go. There you go. That's how we gonna fix that shit. Yeah, weld that shit back together. That's probably, it looks like they're just using that shit there. Oh shit. Oh damn, ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that some bullshit? I hate when I do that, when I accidentally pushed the wrong button. My thumb hit it. Let's go back to where we was. My thumb hit it and shit, you know what I'm saying? There it is. And I'm sure they just put that shit right here to kind of hold it together while they think about it. My man over there stepping on his shield and shit. Peekaboo! Peekaboo! Oh, now you gotta do the other side. So it looks like he's just cleaning that shit off. Cause I know you do welding. When you weld something, you get slag and shit. So they're just trying to clean that shit off. God damn, I like this motherfucker. I like this motherfucking jumper cable setup right there, dog. That shit is dope. Hell yeah, by his foot. Step on that shit. I'm gonna fuck about that cable. I mean, I do love their footwear here, uh, with the toes sticking out. You know, with this fucking shit going on here. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but man, I tell you, you do this your whole fucking life. You do this your whole life, man. You fucking could destroy your fucking body. I'm gonna tell you, man. So he's just cutting that fucking plate. And gonna add it back into that gap right there. Kind of fill it in. Let's kind of skip ahead a little bit. I see what they're doing in there. They're adding more bracing in the middle of it. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like they're kind of heat treating or tempering it. Okay, so I kind of figure out what they're doing. They're trying to straighten the motherfucker. That's what they're trying to do. Come down here and straighten the motherfucker out. That's what they use to see if this motherfucker's straight. From this angle, side to side. That'd be side to side. See if that bitch is straight. This motherfucker was yelling at this guy over here. Like, what the fuck you doing, dog? But you'll see it. Why? Look. Like, what the fuck you doing, dog? Yeah, they're putting the spindle back on. Look, they don't give a fuck about them bearings, man. They don't give a fuck about that shit. Hey man, that's a motherfucking dinner bell, man. It's time to eat. We go put you over here, man. There's you right there, man. You gonna sit right there. Your other nigga over here and shit. But your other nigga right here and shit. You know what I'm saying? We ready to eat some motherfucking dinner and shit. Now, I was looking at this motherfucker before. You know what I'm saying? That's the tie rod that they're putting back on that fucking axle. And there's the nut, and you can see it's a cotter pin style nut, crown head, crown nut, whatever the fuck. I don't, I didn't see them put a fucking pin, cotter pin, fucking some kind of fucking coat hanger pin. I don't fucking know. Back in that motherfucker, I bet you didn't. Just take it, just make it real tight, make it real tight. I was about to say, I never seen that much fucking dust come off a rag. But no, he was just wiping it. That thing is hot, so it was like the rag was wet, and that's just steam coming off. Oh hell yeah, we're going back into our favorite little cart. Hell yeah, look at this shit. Man, I'll tell you right here, man. This is strong, man. It's just strong as hell, man. But that little thin metal right there, this shit's strong as fuck. It's probably been supported by this side and that side, band together, you know, from down here and down here. It's kind of like the, NFL kind of deal. But that's how we do it. My nigga dog, he's got his little taxi. Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. It's fucking beautiful. That shit's hilarious. I like that part right there. If you've noticed that. I like that shit right there, dog. That my man over here in the middle, my star man over here in the middle, he let go of the motherfucker. And these guys over here like, yo, dog, the fucking truck is like over here, bro. Pick that bitch up. It's got to go in the truck. You know what I'm saying? Watch that shit again. See what I'm talking about. Look. Pick it up, man. Truck's over there, dog. I like how they use the jack, man. That shit's crazy. You just stick the finger in the hole and it's like. So, like, I was also thinking about this. It gives you a good perspective of what I was talking about earlier. These are leaf springs, tie rod, axle, spindle for the wheel, you know, and they think by adding more springs, can you can haul more weight. But what you're actually doing is you're adding more weight, adding a bigger load on the truck, and guess what? The foundation is all holding all that extra weight. The fucking axle. Okay. I fucking love it. Fucking love it. Beautiful. Mwah. And those are the U-boats. They look like they probably straighten them or something like that. And they just hold those springs in place right there. You see it's going through the axle. Those U-boats, because they just hold them right there in place. Hell yeah, make that shit tight. Make that shit tight. We ain't got no torque bar around here, dog. That's some repacking them fucking bearings. Yeah, that motherfucker had a 1998 cell phone horn, dog. You hear that shit? Oh shit, is that him? There he goes, dog. Got all them rugs flopping and shit. Got all them rugs on that motherfucker. Golly. Well, shit, you know what it is. You know what it does. Hope you enjoy the motherfucking video. If you don't like it, oh well then shit. Kiss my motherfucking white ass, bitch. Shit. You know what it is.